It is Wednesday, my dudes. Hello, I hope you're okay. It's Jerome Karaoke. Storytime, day 1. Let's go! So, like I said, this is day 1. And just to give a bit more context, so this story is actually sensible. I was interviewing for a professional services firm that does you could say management consulting. So it basically solves problems for other businesses. And I was in architecture, right? So how did I get there? What was I doing interviewing? And how does that make sense that you are interviewing and now is when you're graduating, Jerome? I thought you're graduating from 6th year in this month. So math is not mathing, right? Right? True. Hear me out, Mr. Skeptic. So how I ended up getting here was because after 4th year, we actually get a degree. So this whole story, just know, it makes sense because after 4th year, I decided to shoot my shot and I applied and I got past the first stage and I got past the second stage and I got past the first interview, and which was basically 2 interviews together, and then I didn't get past the last stage. And if I did, I think I'd probably be on my 3rd year now of working. 2022, 2023, 2024. Yeah, my 3rd year of working. Just about hitting 2 years, yeah. But that's besides the point. So this story time is for me to explain how I got there. And it's going to be a long story time, so it's going to be a couple of days long. But the whole point of it is by the end of this, I want you to see that a lot of the things I'm talking about, and a lot of the things I have the ability to coach about, as much as I've gotten the skills from becoming a coach, these things didn't just happen by accident. I'm not just yapping about things that I've not been through. And I learned them, and I found it so interesting. And I got so many insights when I was going through these processes that I thought it would be a waste not to share this with other people. So here we go. So day 1 is very simple. During COVID in 2020, I reconnected with a friend of mine from high school. A really cool guy. He was doing really cool stuff. He was in Strath Uni. And this cool friend of mine, we started talking because we used to attend some talks together and get together some people in COVID and talk about some philosophy stuff. You know, they're the kind of interesting things that if you are a nerd, you'd like, right? And this friend of mine was also doing pretty well in school. He was also a leader. Amazing guy, you know. And towards the end of 2020, he was interviewing for a certain company, a certain very big company. This really one of the top companies in the world, right? Think if you say it in Asia, in Europe, in Africa, in Oceania, in any continent, if you say this company in a corporate setting, chances are they know who they are. You know, it's like Coca-Cola level, like big brand. So he interviewed and he got the job, right? So this was end of 2020. So he started working in 2021. And one day, mid 2021, so 2021 is when I was in 4th year. We haven't talked in a while, but this group of guys that we have for this nerdy stuff, we decided to talk about one day to just get on a Zoom call to just talk about how life has been going. And I think that day we were talking about like girl problems or something. So yeah, we just have the call, we talk about whatever we are, chatting about. Then I ask him, so bro, how's work? And the answer I expect, because the work environment, especially for someone who's very young, in one of these fast-paced environments, those fast-paced environments that we write in our CV, capable of working in a very fast-paced and lies. You're a baby girl. Stop lying to us. You'll get tired. Or a baby boy. Oops. So I expected that he'd say, hey, it's tough, man. I'm getting really stretched. And instead, what he said, bro, I'm having so much fun. Like, this is actually really amazing. And I stopped and I was like, what? Wow, interesting. Okay. And like I said, the profession is management consulting. You can look it up. There's quite a few companies that do this. But yeah, I think your multinational guys who always, their job is essentially to solve problems for other people. So you know how when you're getting up in everyone's business, you have to like deal with everyone, and you have to like really, there's a lot that, you know. So if you're being paid to get in other people's business, you are really stressed, right? But he was really having fun, and the guy was young. He was like in his early 20s. So it got me thinking, wow, okay, tell me more. And throughout that conversation, he actually just mentioned, by the way, Jerome, like, you actually, with the things you've been doing, you wouldn't like really struggle in this environment, because you've been doing leadership stuff. You're on that public speaking, vibe. You can hold your own in conversation. Those are the type of guys these guys like. They just want to see that you have the capacity to solve a problem, right? And I was like, okay. I had not thought about it, but now I was thinking about it. And that's day one, right? Okay, so look forward for day 2 of the story. I'll tell you more about what happened next. What was the next step in this story of mine? So this is my career readiness story. Hope you enjoy it. Ciao. Bye.